There's a reason why pulling away can create more attraction than constantly showing up. In today's world, we're bombarded with messages that say, go after what you want, don't stop chasing. But in relationships, that mindset can backfire. The truth is, desire doesn't grow from constant closeness. It grows in space. This video is for every man who's felt powerless when someone started pulling away. It's for the guy who kept trying harder, only to get more silence in return. If that's you, listen closely, because this video is going to shift your perspective, rebuild your confidence, and put the power back in your hands. We're diving deep into the psychology of attraction, emotional control, and masculine energy. You'll learn why pulling away is not a game. It's a mindset. It's not about manipulation. It's about mastery. Mastery of your emotions, your frame, and your focus. If you've been ghosted, breadcrumbed, or stuck in an endless loop of chasing and hoping, this is your wake-up call. It's time to stop reacting and start leading. Because when you lead with strength, with purpose, and with clarity, you don't just get attention, you command respect. So whether you want to get someone back, or you just want to get back to yourself, this is your guide. Stay locked in, because by the end of this video, you'll see exactly why pulling away might be the most powerful move you ever make. 1. The power of pulling away. In relationships, we often believe that the more attention, affection, and reassurance we give, the more someone will value us. But here's the truth. People don't always appreciate what they can always have. Constant availability can actually work against you. That's where the power of pulling away comes into play. Pulling away doesn't mean ghosting or playing childish mind games. It means shifting your focus inward, onto yourself, your goals, and your peace. When you step back, you give the other person space to feel your absence. And in that space, curiosity and desire begin to grow. Suddenly, you're not just a constant. They begin to wonder about you, think about you, and even miss you. It's human nature to crave what feels uncertain or slightly out of reach. This tactic taps into basic psychology. We're wired to value what's scarce. When you're always around, they take you for granted because you're predictable. But when you pull away, even slightly, it disrupts that pattern. They're forced to notice your absence, to question their own feelings, and to reevaluate your worth in their life. Pulling away also benefits you. It helps you recenter, reconnect with your values, and break out of needy behavior patterns that lower your self-worth. Instead of constantly reacting to someone else's actions or moods, you take back control by focusing on what you can influence, yourself. In the end, pulling away isn't about manipulation, it's about empowerment. It's a bold act of self-respect. And often, it's the very thing that makes them realize what they had all along. 2. Why they come back when you let go. It sounds like a paradox. The moment you stop chasing, they start noticing. But that's how human psychology works. When someone senses you've genuinely let go, not as a tactic, but for your own peace, they feel it. Your energy shifts. You're no longer acting from a place of neediness or desperation. That confidence, that inner peace is magnetic. People are drawn to self-assured energy. When you stop texting first, stop checking their social media, or stop trying to fix what's broken, it sends a powerful message. I respect myself enough to walk away from anything that doesn't value me. And guess what? That kind of self-respect often forces the other person to reconsider. Suddenly, the power dynamic shifts. You're no longer chasing, and they're no longer in control. When you're constantly available, you're not giving the other person a chance to miss you. Letting go creates that opportunity. They begin to replay memories, wonder what you're doing, and even regret taking you for granted. This emotional distance creates a sense of urgency and loss on their part. Also, when you let go, you re-enter your masculine frame. You focus on your purpose, your health, your ambitions. That's when your value skyrockets, not just in their eyes, but in your own. You become the person they originally fell for, or perhaps someone even better, and that's when they often come back. But here's the key: don't let go just to get them back. Let go for real. Let go to heal, to grow, to level up. If they return, great. But by then, you'll be strong enough to decide if you still want them. That's real power. 3. The Stoic approach to emotional control. Stoicism teaches us to control what we can and accept what we can't. In dating and relationships, that's a superpower. You can't control someone else's actions, but you can control how you respond. You can control your thoughts, your emotions, and how much of your energy you give away. When someone pulls away or shows less interest, your instinct might be to panic, to chase, to demand answers. But a Stoic man pauses. He reflects. He acts with reason, not emotion. That calm presence, it's powerful. It communicates strength, self-mastery, and depth. Think of emotional control like a muscle. Every time you resist the urge to react impulsively, to send a needy text, to over-explain yourself, to beg for attention, you strengthen that muscle. And the stronger it gets, the more attractive you become. Why? Because confidence isn't loud, it's composed, it's subtle, it's grounded. When you embrace Stoicism, you no longer hinge your worth on someone else's validation. You realize that being chosen isn't the goal. Choosing yourself is. You set boundaries. You say no to disrespect. You hold frame, and that frame is unshakable. You stop asking, why aren't they texting back? And start asking, what can I build today? How can I grow today? You become the man who doesn't chase, but attracts. That's what Stoic emotional control looks like in action, and it changes everything. 4. Becoming the prize. Here's a truth a lot of men forget. You are the prize. But you have to see yourself that way first. Most guys enter relationships hoping to be chosen. They seek validation, approval, or a sense of identity through someone else. That's backwards. When you operate like that, you give your power away. But when you shift your mindset and start seeing yourself as the prize, everything changes. Being the prize doesn't mean arrogance, it means self-worth. It means showing up as a man with standards, boundaries, and purpose. A man who knows what he brings to the table, a man who doesn't beg for love, because he knows love isn't something you chase, it's something you align with. When you become the prize, you stop settling. You stop over-explaining. You stop waiting around for people to treat you right. Why? Because you treat yourself right first. You pour into your body, your mind, your goals. You build a life that excites you, with or without someone by your side. And the moment you do that, people notice. They feel it. Your energy speaks louder than words. You walk into a room differently. You're not trying to impress, you just are impressive. Here's the crazy part. The moment you stop trying to prove your worth, others start to see it. And the people who once overlooked you, they come back. Not because you chased them, but because you became someone worth chasing. So stop trying to be liked. Start becoming unforgettable. You are the prize. Act like it. 5. Final thoughts. Regaining power and moving forward. If there's one thing to take from all of this, it's that your power comes from within. Not from someone else's love, not from a relationship, and definitely not from chasing validation. Pulling away isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Letting go isn't loss, it's liberation. Choosing peace over chaos, purpose over panic, and growth over games will always serve you in the long run. Relationships should complement your life, not consume it. You were not born to beg. You were born to build. Build confidence, build purpose, build a life so fulfilling that love becomes the bonus, not the entire goal. Whether they come back or not, your focus should stay the same: evolve. So the next time someone pulls away, remember this: you don't chase, you elevate. And that's how you win. 6. Pulling away to break the cycle. Many times, relationships fall into toxic loops, arguments, emotional roller coasters, cycles of push and pull. If you don't consciously step back, you stay trapped in that cycle. Pulling away gives you a chance to break it. When you distance yourself, you gain clarity. You see things from a wider perspective. Are you in love with the person, or just addicted to the drama, the highs and lows? That space helps you reflect. It helps you grow beyond the chaos. Pulling away also stops you from repeating old patterns. If you've been over-giving, over-explaining, or trying to fix someone who doesn't want to be fixed, this is your reset. Your pause. Your moment to shift focus back to your center. And guess what? The healthier you become, the more obvious it is who doesn't belong in your life anymore. That clarity is painful, but it's powerful. Sometimes pulling away doesn't bring them back. It brings you back, back to your strength, back to your path. 7. Self-improvement as the ultimate comeback. If you really want to regain power, stop waiting. Start working. Every minute you spend wondering if they'll return is a minute you could be building yourself up. Hit the gym, read books, start that side hustle, get your finances right. The best revenge is leveling up, not to spite them, but to honor yourself. Confidence doesn't come from getting them back. It comes from becoming undeniable. When you're too focused on your growth, you stop obsessing over anyone who left. And ironically, that's often when they reach back out. Because now, you're a different man, stronger, sharper, unbothered, and that's rare. 8. Detachment, the silent power. True strength isn't loud, it's silent detachment. When you can love someone deeply and still walk away when your peace is disturbed, that's power. Detachment doesn't mean apathy, it means clarity. It means you recognize your worth and won't settle for breadcrumbs. It's the ability to care, but not cling, to connect, but not collapse. When you master detachment, you no longer fear loss. You've already chosen yourself. And that unshakable energy, it commands respect. 9. When they return. What to do. So what happens when they do come back? First, don't rush. Don't fall back into old patterns. Observe. Have they really changed, or are they just missing the attention you gave? Ask yourself, does this serve my peace, my growth, my values? If the answer is no, walk away. You don't owe anyone access to your life just because they regret losing you. But if they return with genuine effort, accountability, and consistency, then maybe. Still, your standard should be higher now because you've evolved. Always remember, just because someone wants you again doesn't mean they deserve you again. Pulling away isn't about being cold or manipulative. It's about returning to your center. It's about choosing growth over attachment, purpose over pain, and peace over validation. You're not meant to chase. You're meant to lead, to build, to evolve. So whether they come back or not, you've already won. Because you chose you.